Evening, everyone. Tonight is Mörk Borg Night, the Adventure Archive. I hope you're ready for some very terrible things to happen because they just may. We shall see. So, before we kick it off, let us shout out our sponsors. Well, not our sponsors, but close enough. So, first and foremost, hi Mad Tear, Catastropha, and Noel for composing the soundtrack you're listening to right now. They do some awesome dungeon synth. They just had a new release, which is really cool. So go check them out. And McGlintlock over at, he's got a site, Glumdark, and it's a Patreon that has a ton of really cool dark roll tables for you. But he's the one who developed the Mörk system for Foundry, which we are running tonight. And that is about... Oh, you're going to bless Ryan. We already got him. Thanks, Jax. Okay, so let me... Oh man, but it looks so great, him just everybody having one bless, and me with 9 Banes, because I think tonight's the night, everybody. So we'll give Ryan one bless. Yeah, I think I need to. I keep forgetting I have them, and then you guys keep winning, and I'm like, that's not cool.
Not winning.
You guys got to feel some pain every now and again, you know?
Every day is pain.
Every day is pain. We'll see.
Yeah,
okay, so Ryan is back up to 2 blesses. Thank you. Oh, and then we got... Tomato gave me a Bane. Thank you, sir. The solid 10. As far as announcements go, let's see. What do we got going on? We got a Movember challenge coming up. You want to talk about that, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, it's in a month, but basically everyone who's allowed to will... Ducky, are you gonna Movember with us?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I forgot what that means.
We're gonna.
Well, yes. you agreed to it, so we'll tell you later.
So we're gonna shave everything, but then grow a mustache for the month, and then at the end of the month, we're going to. There you go. That's the stash. We're gonna run a game of Casket Lands, written by Mary Inger. It is a Dust Bowl apocalypse, like grimdark setting, and it's a very Western themed thing with Huxley, and I can't remember the name that I made up for. What did I say last time? I think Eric claimed it.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it was good. It was good. Hopefully Eric remembers.
Basically, we'll use our sweet stashes and run like a Westernish themed adventure at the end of November. And then all of our proceeds from the adventure will go to Movember, because for those who don't know, it's not just a thing to not do. It actually does support. I think it started out as just men's.
Sorry, Mama Jedi.
No, bless for the Dexter. No.
Ducky bless.
Yeah. It started out as men's like prostate cancer awareness, and it's moved into like mental health and a bunch of other things. There is an official website. So all of our proceeds from the adventure will go towards Movember at the end of the month. Yeah. So that's Movember.
And we got another, Matt is going to be running a one-shot at some point in the near future, hopefully, because he was the one who died the most in the Tomb of Mercy stream. So he wins the award of running a one-shot. And I think, I know Eric possibly in the future as well. That's still to be decided.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a community challenge for Eric to run something. I think he's the last one now of like the... I don't want to say we had the extended Adventure Archive family of maybe the originals, the Dark Kingdoms players that have not done it, because we still got to get Janelle to run one, and Ducky, you're always welcome. Just saying.
Oh, and it looks like we have a Skull Requested Cheese Part 2 for Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's a cheese. Maybe it's a cheese log.
Cheese fondue.
Oh man!
And speaking of cheese, also Saturday, morning will be the Weekly Scroll podcast, episode 2. We're going to be talking about Troika, but our guest of the week, our summons or whatever I'm going to eventually call it, is Jess, and we'll be discussing the first GMing she's ever done. Which will involve cheese, which is clearly a fan favorite. Don't forget there is cheese merch in the store. Mm-hmm. We still need to get a couple other merch pieces up so we can do an order, because I want my cheese shirt. So,
cheese. And then for Halloween, I'm planning on tentatively, I think, to run 10 Candles, which is a horror one-shot. Kind of a cool concept if you haven't heard about it. but it's a cooperative narrative game where there are 10 candles lit, and then as they become extinguished, the players die one by one. So it's kind of the story of how they died. But we'll see if it's going to work on stream, but that's going to be Halloween plans. Otherwise, maybe Cthulhu or something like that if it doesn't work out. So I think that's it. I think we covered everything. How is the chat doing tonight? Are you ready to see these 4 people go somewhere? They better go where they told me they're going to go, because I prepped a lot of stuff for that place. I'm just kidding.
Well, actually,
we changed our mind.
We changed our minds.
All right, I will do a brief recap for everybody, in case everybody forgot what happened. So, the players, after fleeing the Black Salt Gorge, they managed to escape the Sarkash Forest. Finally, after days and days and days, cured themselves of their curse of the dead, or so they believe, courtesy of Harga and her fancy little chemistry kit, I guess. But while they were leaving the Sarkash, there was almost like a beacon of color, a speck of red on the horizon that was sort of just their guidepost to lead them out. And that red speck led them to an old man on the shore of a dark river fishing. And they had a brief conversation with him, and in the midst of that conversation, there was screaming and a fire erupting in the distance. And after the bellowing word of Nost was screamed, that perked up Nifel, and the rest of them fled in that direction, coming upon a situation where a young woman was being attacked by this giant insect, where this insect appeared to have murdered a bunch of sheep. And after Nagel successfully just cast a power and said, "Leave and never come back," it left and never came back, and they were graciously invited into the town called Bleak Mill by the family of the woman who was saved. So they spent some time there, and then finally went to the mill itself where the family resides, where they were invited to have a nice dinner. However, that dinner was interrupted by strange sounds coming from the stable. And upon investigating, they found a mutated cow, some kind of abomination of a cow. And they battled that until it was destroyed, after which a strange creature spilled out of the guts of this thing. And that creature is now dead. It was this cherub-like creature with a face of a skull. And it was kind of spitting up blood, and they could barely hear out these brief utterances of a prophecy about demons. And then if that wasn't bad enough, the town seemed to be after them. They started hearing banging on the doors of the mill. And the gentleman who invited them to the mill gave them a speedy escape through a smuggler's den, a smuggler's tunnel underneath the town, which led them here, out through this brambled field near the river, where they were completely exhausted and set up camp. They all went to sleep, had troubled dreams. These dreams showed a bird's eye view of the world, at least what they think it was. And outside that world was this massive maw of teeth and light, slowly consuming it bit by bit. And while they had this view, these demons crashed to the earth in 3 locations. One being a ruined stone structure shaped like a hand with flaming fingertips. One being a fort upon a hill, a ruined fort upon a hill. And the other one being a town where 3 roads meet. And these 3 areas were just smoldering with demonic presence. Oh, and I forgot about your buddy. How did I forget about Gotfin? Yeah, so Nifel met a fellow Nostian. I don't know if you guys... a follower of Nost. So they've clearly become fast friends. And he was led to this town with visions of demons. And this seems to be corroborating that fact. So the players find themselves in the morning on the bank of this dark river with a corpse of this cherub-like creature lying there in the dirt with dried blood coming out of its eyes, its mouth, and its nose. And that is where we are going to begin tonight, everybody. So I will unpause the game. What would you like to do? So you guys all wake up. There's the corpse of this little cherub creature by the rocks here. You guys share your stories of these visions you had, these dreams.
Unfortunate. I imagine he may have been useful.
And she walks over to the little toddler demon.
Okay. So yeah, he's basically just sprawled on his belly. The wings are kind of folded over his back. His face is to the ground, and there's just like blood oozing out. However, it's dried, so it's not as recent. It probably happened sometime in the night. It's definitely dead. No sign of breathing or life.
I'm gonna look to see whether or not it seems like the blood was internal or if somebody killed him while we slept.
Do you want to like flip him over or move him around, or are you just kind of like keeping your hands off and looking at it?
Oh, I'll turn him over.
Okay. Yeah, you flip it over, and it looks exactly how you remember, and it appears to be internal bleeding. There doesn't seem to be any kind of outward wounds at all.
Well, should we take it with us? It might prove useful as a distract.
You want to take the
Maybe.
corpse?
Recycle. Use.
So as this is going on, Goatvin kind of he scoots over to you, Nephel.
Brother, did you see the demons fall from the sky? Nost was right. They tell me you saw it, brother. Surely he speaks to you.
Oh, we got mutes. Do we got mutes?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
I
a mute.
think we got
I turned it off to
mutes.
clear my throat. I'll tell you what, I love the Yeti, but its mute button is terrible.
Yeah, it's a hard
Like I just clicked
click.
it twice. Yeah, like clicked it, clicking it, and it's not. Anyway, yes. Yes, brother. I saw them. I saw the demons.
The hand calls to me, brother. I say we go there.
Sursa, thank you for the sub for 1 year. Hot damn. Welcome, my friend. Okay, so what about Nagel and Abe? What are you guys up to as this is going on?
Abe's gonna be kind of just drawing out a hand in the mud with his finger,
Okay.
just kind of obsessing about it. That dream freaked him out.
Okay. Yeah, the image of this hand, you saw kind of like a scorched forest around it. Just blackened trees, the air heavy, I can't speak, the air heavy with smoke. But right in the middle of all of that was this black stone hand just reaching up beyond the trees. And it was missing one finger, though. And the other fingers, though, were blazing with fire. So, Nagel, what are you up to?
I don't know. I'm just picking at like a cockroach in my hair.
Okay. So, the way this is going to work, guys, we're going to do a hex crawl. So I'll move you to a map when you guys are ready to travel. Let's just do it right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to do anything within this scene, let me know.
I'm taking the toddler body.
You're going to take it? Okay.
Yep.
So, you know, it's toddler size. So, I mean, are you going to like put it in a backpack or something, or is it just you're gonna like cradle it like a little baby?
I'm gonna tie it up with my rope and like across my back.
Okay.
In addition to my sack.
All right. That works.
God.
Okay, so I will move you guys to the overland map so you can orient yourselves. However, I decided, why should I let them see the entire thing? I made you guys a little group icon. You guys should all have control of it. So you guys are on the river. That is Bleak Mill. That is the location. And as I said, you guys can see up to the northeast is this blazing hand. And there is a road that runs along the river. And the way it's going to work is every hex is a day's worth of travel. Hey, Dire Bear GM, welcome. We are just kicking off our Mörk session. We're playing the Masticator Gate, which is was a kickstarted campaign that I backed some time ago. Where are you guys coming from? What are you playing? Streaming Dungeons and Dragons? Nice. Raiders. So the players, last episode, they killed some kind of cow abomination thing, and then learned that these demons are invading the dying world, bringing about the apocalypse sooner than these players want it to happen. And so they are setting out to try to rid this small area of these demons and hopefully stop it. So, thank you again for the raid. Stick around if you'd like to. 5e homebrew, nice, man. Okay, so yeah, you guys are at the river. You can see sort of the direction you guys want to go. As I said, there is a road running north. You can go off the road if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can follow it. And every time we move a hex, there will be a random encounter of some kind that happens. And I think I'm going to have you guys roll for them. So I don't feel bad if it's a terrible one.
Oh.
Well, we should begin, I suppose. My old feet would prefer the road. I'm not particularly happy with brush. So, the road?
We should camp off the roads at night. It'd be safer.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
Okay, so you guys are anybody is freely to move that token. So, I mean, don't fight over it. But yeah, if you just click it, you can move it to any one of those hexes.
Moved it.
Okay, you moved.
I think.
You did. I will zoom in a little bit. So you move up north toward the road, and because you moved it, Nagel, why don't you roll to see what happens on this day? Why don't you roll me a what is it here? Roll me a D6.
Okay. Ooh, a 1.
A 1. Let's see what happens on a 1.
Oh, low numbers are always good, right?
Yeah.
Well, in this case, you travel up the road and you do not see a soul. It is very uneventful.
I love that.
Nost must be watching over you in his panicked way. So, but because it was a day's travel, you guys need to make sure you mark off a day's ration. So we are keeping track of this. Let me know if you guys ever want to hunt, if you run out of food. I know Abe just eats dirt, so he's fine.
Never hunting again.
Yeah. But as you do this first day of travel, in the north, in the distance, you see what appears to be a small homestead. It looks like there's maybe 2 structures. There's some chimney smoke pumping into the sky, and then the road veers off to the east from there. Oh, I should roll a misery. Forgot. And in this campaign, everybody, miseries are D10s. Oh, no misery. I rolled a 3. So what would you guys like to do? Keep heading up the road toward this homestead, or head east off the road or some other direction?
I had a question.
Yeah.
Should I be re-rolling my potions each time, or just
Yeah, every
these?
day. If you need to make new ones, go for it.
Yeah, they only last for 24 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead and re-roll. If you guys need to re-roll anything, like I know
What is
Abe,
it?
you got to re-roll your powers. Also, make sure to roll. Everybody roll your powers per day. Every day. Omens, unless you get down to 0, we will not be re-rolling.
Since we're all combined on one party token, how does that work?
You guys should still have access to your tokens on the sidebar, hopefully. If you go to the people tab up top, it's like the one, what is it, third one over?
Mm-hmm.
Your character should be in there.
Oh, yeah. I just popped
Under
mine out a while
players?
ago. So
Oh.
Yeah.
and we roll for powers every day.
Yes. Powers every day, that's how many times you can use your powers. But omens are only if you get deplete down to 0. Yeah.
Zero presents.
1.
2. Well, that sucks. I apparently am just party.
You're just party. Okay. Does everyone have everything rolled they need to roll for the day? Okay. So, where would you like to go next?
Well, if Nagel started, I'll go next. Why don't?
Thank you, Dragon Magpie, for the follow.
Did we get? Am I just zoomed in really far? Yes. So why don't we go, directly up, like that way. So like,
Wanna
I
go
can
to this
click-
one?
Okay. We're gonna go to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and move yourself up to that area, and then why don't you roll me a d6?
Oh, that's cool. That the it's like a hex shaped shape around the token.
Yeah, you
That's
can in
nice.
Foundry. You can create. It's the grid, so you can make hex grids too. Everything snaps.
I
to
just need to we need to move to Foundry, friends.
it.
On DK,
Yes,
I know I'm getting
you
there.
do.
I'm
You
getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
So why don't you roll me a d6 and see how this day's travel went?
Mm,
5.
This is like golf.
It's like golf.
I want those low numbers.
Okay.
Boring?
What?
Is it boring? Because golf is boring.
Boring.
I'm still not saying this is boring.
All right.
That's all I associate with golf.
So as you guys are traveling, you see something smoldering in the distance. You see a burst of fire. You see a tree go up in flames. And you hear this liquidy sound, almost like squelching mud. And let me move you guys to this map here. And I will activate this map. And you guys should be, you guys should see it now. So as you follow this sound, as you keep moving, you see this figure lurching forward around the brush, and it is just dressed in tatters. But more than anything, it is headless, and there is blood spurting out of where the head should be. And it has these just smoldering black hands, and you see just fire kind of erupt around them. But it's limping. It doesn't seem too strong. It also has shreds of robes around it. And it's coming straight for you. So we're going to roll for initiative and then determine what you guys would like to do. So I will add everybody to the tracker. Hey, thank you. Bless for who?
Cheese lady.
Cheese Lady? Okay. I will give Cheese Lady a bless.
Thank you.
All right, you have been blessed. Thank you, Steph.
Oh.
I need to change the tunes to something else.
Oh, and Skull dropped a bless for Janelle as well.
Oh, thank you, Skull. Okay, I will update that right away. So as I said, you guys hear this sound, and in front of you appears to be this headless bipedal creature coming at you, smoking, burning, with black claws, blood shooting out of the top of its neck. What would you like to do? Let's roll. Let's just do initiative here. So, did anybody do the monsters go first one? Oh, enemies
did.
begin. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop rolling for the day.
All right. So, who was in the lead? I know I threw you guys on this map, but let's. Who wants to
probably
say
Abe.
it? Abe, probably Abe.
I think that's how it usually goes.
Abe, are you in the lead?
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing comes at you with its claws, but it lifts them up to the sky, blood spraying on you, and fire comes down. So I need you to roll me a defense check.
I don't want to be first in
It's
line
only
anymore.
DR9 though. This thing does not seem to be very well in control of itself, having no head. Yeah,
One would
blood
think.
just is spattering on you as it throws this fiery blast toward you.
What's the incoming attack?
It is a D8. Oh, actually, I need to roll. Okay, so I'm gonna randomly pick. Let me randomly pick somebody. Okay, they're both at Ducky. So yeah, I need you to roll. Give me 2 defense checks as these 2 bursts of fire come at you. Okay, you just barely get singed, but it doesn't do anything. Roll me another one. And see if the second blast of fire... Man, look at that. Okay, you get out of the way. These just streams of fire are... Oh yeah, I have like an effects thing too, somewhere like Ryan. I won't do it right now.
I forgot about that for like 2 years, and last time I was just like, oh wait.
Oh
Ray of
wait.
Frost.
Oh look, I have a fireball. This boom. There we go. There's some fire. That's a little bit bigger than I think I wanted, but
That is a conflagration.
that is exactly. Okay, so
That's California.
up next, hang on, shit. Okay, Nagel, you are up next as you see Abe dodging these streaks of fire. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I will shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
And what was his armor again?
He has D2, so negative D2 armor through his rune-encrusted, tattered robes. Okay, so you inflict 2 damage. So this bolt lashes out at this guy, pierces him. He kind of stumbles back, but in doing so, from the wound erupts even more blood. And Ducky, since you're right there, I need you to roll me a DR12 agility test as this blood heads straight for your eyeballs. Unfortunately.
Should have chose goggles over a mask.
I know, right?
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay, so you duck out of the way as this blood comes from the wound that Nagel inflicted. All right, next up is I need to just bust this combat tracker out. Abe, you were up next. What would you like to do?
Question: is there any boulders nearby?
Yeah. So there's like a big boulder right to the north, right there.
Okay. Question 2: how would you pronounce power 3 in the Unclean Scrolls? Because I have no idea what that says.
Let me look this up here. Power number 3.
Yeah.
You can try if you want while I look for it.
I don't even know what that first letter is.
Oh, it's like the crazy old English. So power number 3, and is it unclean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's telekinesis. That one.
Is that a T?
TE-LE-KIN. That one.
I saw like 4 F's in there. Okay. So yeah, that one.
Okay, so you want to do that. So what I need you to do then is roll a presence check to see if you succeed. And that's going to be standard 12.
Bless it.
Bless it. I'm going to bane it.
Damn it.
I'm going to use a bane. All right, 3.
Ooh, roll a 1 on that bane. 1 on the bane.
So I would need a
1. Yes.
Well, no, I knocked it down 3.
yeah.
I knocked it down
I thought
3.
He rolled the 3 and you rolled the 1. God damn it.
Okay, so you read the spell and your mind. Okay, let me mark these off. You can't quite read the words, and you feel just this psychic impact in your head, and you need to do what is it? D2 damage. So let's see what that is. So you take 1 point of damage, and you cannot use powers for an hour? Yeah, for the next hour. All right, and let me remove the bless and the bane. Okay. All right. Up next is Harga. What would you like to do as Abe fumbles this spell and kind of stumbles back away from this creature?
I suppose.
She's gonna get a little closer,
Okay.
and while it's attacking Abe, she's just gonna try and get a look at the stump and see if she can see an esophagus of some sort.
Why don't you roll me a presence check, and let's see if you can see anything, amid the blood and.
Now bless it.
Okay, I won't bane that one. I'll let you have that one. So, you got to get a 3. Oh no! So yeah, there is too much blood, coagulation, and rot. You cannot quite see an esophagus.
So if I did something that would require me knowing where an esophagus was, the DR would increase, or it's impossible.
I will say it will increase. I will say you can still attempt to do it, but yeah, I will say it will be let's say it's a 14.
Okay. I'm going to take out one of the southern frog stews that I stewed up that
Good old southern frog stew.
Yeah. Tastes great. Less filling. Especially if it works. And she's just gonna upend the wide mouthed jar and try to aim for where she thinks it might be, so that it goes down into the whatever esophagus might be left.
Okay. So
Agility or
yeah, let's do
strength or-
agility, because I feel like this is going to be more of a dexterity kind of test, like your accuracy, less about your. Yeah.
All right. right.
Okay,
all
you
right.
got a
I'm
12?
going to use a omen.
Okay, you're
decrease
gonna
the
use an
DR.
omen. You thought I was gonna bane it. Okay, so
No,
you're gonna
no,
use an
'cause
omen
the
to
DR
do
went
what?
up.
Reroll
DR.
or reduce the difficulty?
Decrease the difficulty
Okay.
down to 10.
Okay. So you succeed. Tell me what this stuff does as you funnel it down into the esophagus.
So as the chunky, soupy, kind of milky white stuff just kind of like spreads over it, enough goes into whatever esophagus slice was left.
Uh-huh.
It goes down into the stomach, and as it just barely touches the stomach, there's some gurgling and some twisting, and it needs to pass a DR14 test, probably of toughness.
DR14. Well, yeah, creatures just have they don't have modifiers.
Oh, okay.
So it'd just be
So just roll a D20?
straight D20. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he failed. What happens?
All right. It vomits for D4 hours and can do nothing else.
Shit. Okay, so this thing actually topples over to the ground and just starts spewing out more blood and more bile, I guess, in the process. And it is incapacitated. What's the
Just
one?
for an hour.
Oh, an
Just
hour?
1 hour. Yeah.
Okay. So that's long enough for you guys to escape, get away if you would like to. But this thing is just hacking up on the ground. Its claws are just digging into the earth, and you just see smoke and fire kind of flash on the fingertips.
Is there a trail of where perhaps you could find the head or avoid the head?
You can go look. Yeah, you can see if you can follow some tracks if you'd like.
I want to see which way it came from and go the different direction.
Okay. So you follow the tracks. They're pretty easy to spot. It wasn't trying to be sneaky at all. And you follow the blood, and it just kind of seems to go and go and go and go on for a while. How far did you want to go? It doesn't look like it just crawled out of the ground somewhere
Just
nearby.
maybe like 30 feet and see if it came from a different direction, and then maybe go around where it seems like it came from.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it kind of trails off to the east, to the northeast, eventually. So you guys want to go back to the map then? Because after this, you're essentially going to reach that homestead if you would like to stop by there.
I mean, it could wash the blood off of me.
Or you can
We
do
might
that.
have snacks.
So you guys are definitely leaving then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we need to fight this.
So you
thing.
guys leave behind this strange headless creature. Abe cleans himself off. You spend another day of travel. However, just over the next slight hillside is this homestead. So you're looking down at it, and you can see that there's some docks right up on the river. I think I have an image here. Let's find it. Yeah. Here we go. So yeah, you guys see along this dark river appears to be a homestead. There is. Let me close this. So as I said, there's you guys can see a dock, and there's the thing that's strange is there's a chain going from one dock all the way across to the other side. It appears to be a ferry, like a very shitty ferry, that allows them to just kind of lead themselves along the chain. But what you do notice is there appears to be at the bottom area, kind of off to the side, among a copse of trees, it looks to be a burial ground. You see a family of kind of standing around this grave. It looks as if they're mourning. All of their heads are down. And it looks very fresh. So they don't seem to notice you. So you could approach. You could move on. It's totally up to you. But they don't appear to be combative whatsoever. They look like they're trying to eke out some kind of living here on the river's edge.
You suppose our silver is good here?
I think silver is good mostly anywhere.
I could do with it there before night. Perhaps something more than a stale meat pie.
Hey, chat, can you hear them okay? They're pretty low on my end. I don't know if it's my mic or if it's my Zoom volume. They seem kind of quiet. You can hear them okay? Okay, cool. Just me. I'll turn it up. Okay, sorry, what were you saying? As this family is kind of standing around this fresh grave, appear to be in mourning.
Oh. I look at the others.
I start making my way, like giving them plenty of room, but like going to where maybe the dock is.
Okay. So you're gonna head down sort of the hillside beyond the grave. Okay, because yeah, they're off to the side. They're not near this central area here. Are you trying to be stealthy? They don't seem to be paying attention, but I'm just curious if you're trying to be stealthy or if you're...
I'm just gonna
Just
start
walking
walking
down.
that way and see if they follow. If not, then I'll continue
Okay.
on.
So you head down. What about anybody else? Are they following her, or is Janelle just going solo?
I'll follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow too.
Okay. So you guys all head down there. You kind of keep glancing over your shoulder to see what this family's up to. They don't seem to be noticing you. They seem to be very preoccupied with what they're doing. And once you guys make it down to the central area near the dock, you see one of the larger men start to fill the grave. So he starts to shovel the dirt back onto it, and the others are consoling each other while this is happening. So you guys will have a little bit of time before they start to possibly notice you make their way down. Ooh, I like that, Janelle. That would be a cool idea.
Oh. Don't give the GM ideas.
I
What
can
was I
change
doing?
it. I can still do it.
We haven't
They
seen
have
their
no
faces.
face, and they want yours.
They are cutter.
Yeah.
Family of cutters.
Family of facelesses. Yeah. So yeah, you guys make it down to the dock. You can also see that there are some farm animals nearby. In a pen. But you guys do decide to make it down to the dock, and you see there's a small ferry there. Not much more than a raft. And it's tied up to the dock, and there's a rusted chain hanging from a post a few feet off the water all the way to the other side. And you'd estimate that the river is about 80 meters across. It's a pretty wide river. And at the other side, you do see that there is another dock where the chain connects to this post.
Can we see into the water, or is it murky?
It's pretty murky, yeah. So just to reiterate the weather here, it's gray skies. It's perpetually overcast. In the dying world, the sun really never shows itself, and so the water is very murky, very black. Not much to see through, and it looks to have a very steady current too. So swimming across wouldn't be impossible, but it might be somewhat treacherous if you'd want to do that. So, Nagel Neufel, I'll let you guys have a quick turn, and then the family will have made their way back down to the homestead by then. If you want to do anything.
I mean, are we thinking we want to sleep here?
Yeah, so you guys did travel a full day. It is getting dark.
Perhaps they may know the direction we should travel next, if it is across the river.
And I gesture to the chain.
This may be a good location to cross.
So we talk to family.
Possibly.
Okay.
Okay, so Nephil, anything? No? Okay.
Me.
So all of you are standing here kind of just observing the dock, and you're waiting. Eventually the family slowly makes their way down. The older woman notices you. The other men and women. There's actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people that are walking down. The matriarch, it appears to be, notices you. One of the older boys kind of puts his hand on her, but she kind of shakes it off, and then she approaches. And the rest of them just keep a careful watch out. They don't really approach. It's this old woman. She looks to be, middle-aged. She's pretty scruffy. Has had a hard life. But she approaches you. Can I help you? And she's kind of addressing all of you.
What is the price for a meal and conversation, perhaps?
Well, we have some fresh fish, 2 silver. Dried fish, good for the road, 1 silver. And of course we have spirits, 2 silver. And crossing the river, 2 silver for each of you. I wouldn't go that way, though. And she kind of wipes her eye as her eyes begin to well up again. My brother.
Why is that?
He was killed on the other side. Eviscerated, really. There's blood everywhere. It's still wet, even. That was him we are just burying now. Some kind of beasts coming from the northwest.
That is where we intend to travel. Unfortunately.
You're going to the northwest. What do you seek?
Answers.
Answers. Aren't we all? So she rolls up her sleeves, holds out her hands. Hungry?
Yes, ravenous.
Come on then, gather around the fire.
Yes, thank you.
And so she immediately turns away, has a brief conversation with some of her other family members, and they go to one of the structures and start bringing out some food and cooking it up over the fire. So after a time, they prepare everything. All of these plates have fresh cooked fish on them. These look far better than the fish that the fisherman with a red cap was offering you. So your bellies are grumbling. Do you pay? It's going to be 2 silver for the meal per person.
Kill them all and eat it.
I'll sit.
Corvin,
Yeah,
he
I'll-
pushes past all of you guys and just immediately grabs the woman's hand and slams these coins down.
I'm ready, woman. Give me the food.
Are you paying for all of us, brother?
Do I look like I can pay for all of you?
Well, then, just me then.
All right, so
Are
he
you
pays
stand-
up. You guys all pay up. You were all served this fish. I guess Abe's not eating. He's probably gonna just have his dirt or just sit there.
Let's take a plate.
Sandy Loom.
So, you guys all eat. The family eats with you. There's really not much conversation, and finally, the older man, who is presumably your husband, looks up and he says, "Mort tells me you want to go across the river.
Yes.
Why is that?" "He's seeking answers," she says.
Yes.
"There ain't no answers over there, unless the answer you're looking for is death." And you can see, just even bringing up that word brings more sorrow to his eyes.
Well.
"I think they're coming from the old fort up there. There's a ruined fort, swirling with red mist." Are you on
This is
mute?
what we seek.
Did you not unmute? No?
No, I was
Oh, she's
thinking
his
out.
mouth.
I-
Thinking.
yeah.
Okay, thinking silently. Okay.
It's gonna be a short walk from the hand place to the fort then.
Yeah, so meta, you guys, just so you know, the fort or the hand you guys are heading to, if you look on the map, is to the northeast. You guys should be able to see it if you zoom out.
I guess we could ask.
So this is it's on the actual side of the river you guys are on.
Oh, so you don't need to cross the river.
Correct.
God.
Oh, well, sorry, never mind. Have a good one.
We might
Yeah.
return.
JK, LOL.
JK LOL. So he says, "Well, you're welcome to sleep here. Should be safe enough. Outside, of course.
Look,
Don't know you that well.
well, but you, you
Free.
hay.
No cost. Of course I have hay, plenty of it." And with that, he kind of motions off to one of his boys, and they step out of the firelight into the darkness, and presumably are getting some kind of hay bedding for you guys.
Can we see the hand from here?
So when you look to the northwest, you do see, it appears to be a burning fire. You can't see the hand itself. You can see light and smoke just rising up from that area. As well as further north, you can still see the Black Salt Gorge pumping its black salt wind into the sky. But this, however, is a different section of the forest.
Can you tell me what that is over there?
So he stands up. There's these logs around the fire, and he stands up and he visors his eyes and looks up. "Yeah, been burning for some time. Not sure what it is. I don't travel far from here. Everything's burning nowadays, though. Just up in Bleak Mill the other night, I saw it with my own eyes." And then he kind of narrows his eyes at you at that, as if something in his head, like something clicked for him. "It's not you, is it?" And you see his hand kind of move to his belt where there's a very large knife attached.
It's called Bleak Mill.
"Oh, I know what it's called. That ruckus the other night. You came from the south, from Blake Mill. I'll ask you again. Was it you?"
Oh,
We didn't stop at Bleak Mill. We skirted the town.
He kind of reads your face for some time, and the answer seems to suffice, and he relaxes on his dagger. So after a time, the son that went off into the darkness, he comes back. He whispers into his father's ear, and the man looks at you and, well, beds are ready when you are. And he retreats from the fire, and he begins to help his wife gather all of your plates and food, and starts cleaning up around. I need to roll for a misery again. Keep forgetting.
Dang it.
All right, so like I said, your beds are ready. It's very dark out right now. The rest of the family is retiring to their home. What would you guys like to do?
Did it
So-
appear as if the body was deeply buried, or if the grave is shallow?
You can go look. You were a little bit too far away to really be able to tell. I mean, you saw a pretty significant pile of dirt, but if it's 6 feet deep, kind of hard to tell from where you were.
I'll go over and just take a look.
You want to go up there? Okay.
Yes.
So you head up there, and you see exactly what you saw from afar. It's a fresh grave. It's piled with dirt. There's some stones around it. There appears to be a etching on one of the stones near where the head would be. But it's kind of it appears to be deeper than a foot or two, for sure. Beyond that, you can't really tell because it's all packed down pretty tight, pretty hard.
Okay. I'll just pause a moment,
Okay.
nod.
Okay. What about Nifel, Nagel, and Ducky as Harga wanders off to the gravesite, and the rest of the family is retiring? What are you guys doing?
You said they were leading us to this whatever hay bed that we had prepared.
Yeah. So they have some. There's a little like overhang. There's an awning near near a shed, and there's some piles of hay, some old threadbare blankets tossed there. But that's what.
So outside.
You're outside, yeah. But you are again. You're kind of. This area is somewhat surrounded by hills. It's not out in the open. You hear the animals rustling about. Nothing like what you heard in the Bleak Mill, though. No upset cows that might be twisting into
what?
an abomination. A
We've
what?
never been there.
So yeah, he leads you there. He does the older son. He doesn't say anything, and he just kind of wanders back to to one of the houses and goes inside. So you guys are kind of out there in the darkness. There's enough moonlight to see, more or less, and all of the windows are still illuminated from the inside. So the family appears to be still up.
We'll set my kettle to boil to prepare for the morning's concoctions.
Okay.
Kind of turn my back to the windows and then set the little toddler demon down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was on your back. I guess no one noticed. I should have rolled for that. Forgot about that. Oh well, my fault. Okay, so yeah, you settle down. What about the rest of you? You guys settling down for the evening?
Yes, and who's taking watch first?
Abe will keep first watch.
Okay.
I will go second.
I'll go third.
Okay.
Before going to bed, I will attempt to cast Whispers Past the Gate.
Oh, whispers past the gate. What does that do Tell everybody what Whispers Past the Gate does.
Ask 3 questions to a deceased creature.
Oh, awesome. You used this before, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
You found a dead
It's
body
been
in the
clutch.
forest. That's right. That's right. Okay, cool.
All right. I'm going to cast it on Demon Toddler.
Okay.
Hi, Andy.
Andy's here. Hey, Andy. Just in time for the undead
Demon.
interrogation of the demon toddler. You made it.
Can't miss.
All right, so I need you to roll me a presence check to see if you successfully use this power as this demon toddler is lying there. Okay. You succeed. So you successfully read this power.
And apparently that's what that button does.
Yeah, you can wield the power. You succeeded twice. Perfect.
Sweet. 6, no.
So as you're looking at this just dried up corpse of this weird toddler thing, toddler demon, what would you like to ask? And it's 3 questions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Apparently, you don't take kindly to our climate, I guess. Do you know, and what can you tell us of what we may expect from the demon at the hands location? Or, yes, what can we expect from the demons that you followed in?
The demons that he followed, you said? Or the demon, are you asking about the hand demon? The demon at the hand?
Yeah.
He just says,
Fire. So much fire.
Excellent. Yes. What is your name?
No name.
It's not fun.
I look over at the others. I kind of point
got
at
one
it.
more question.
This question seemed useless, old woman.
Yes. Well, can we bring you back to life?
Oh my god.
You're going to ask him if you can bring him back to life?
No.
Annoying. Alright. Should have asked if he was edible.
I guess you can always try to eat him if you want.
Yeah.
He's like
Give the GM
he's like
ideas.
cherub jerky right now. Okay, so you ask all of your questions to this entity, this dead entity you had strapped to your back. What about the rest of you? You guys just turning in and taking your watches?
Yeah, if I hear her ask those 3 questions, I'm just annoyed. She got no information. I'll just turn over and be like, this fucking woman.
Okay.
And just
So remind me of the watch order. Who's first? Ducky?
Yeah.
So why don't you roll me a d20, please? Okay. On your watch, Ducky, you stay up long enough until the very last light, the very last window of this house goes out. You hear the breeze, you hear the water lapping, you hear the chain jangling in the wind. But that is all. Who has second watch?
Me.
You. All right. Why don't you roll me a d20, please? Okay, you relieve Ducky, or Abe, sorry. Abhorred denies the flesh from his watch. Falls asleep. You keep an eye out. And again, it's very, very quiet, except the water, the wind, and the chain across the river. Nagel, are you 3? Roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
So
Wait. I want to
Well,
You want to use my omen?
Okay,
reroll?
sure. You can use an omen, of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course you can. So you're down to 0 then. Oh, I guess that's good planning because you're about to wake up and be able to re-roll your omens.
Yeah. I still don't think I got 9.
9. Okay. So Harga goes to bed. You wake up. And everything's quiet, like I said, except the wind, except the chain, except the water. You hear the animals. They had gone to bed. You didn't hear a peep from them whatsoever. And yeah, now you hear them rustling a little bit. They seem to be a little uneasy. And remember, they're very close to you. You guys are sort of sleeping under the awning of a shed.
Okay.
And they sound like they're coming from on the other side of the shed. But that's all you hear. You just hear these animals kind of being restless.
Okay. I'm just kind of like watching them intently, nervously, like.
Are you going to go
messing
over
with
there or
my
are you going to
hair.
stay where you are?
I think I'm gonna. I mean, how far away are they?
I don't know, maybe like 50 feet or so around the other side of the shed.
Oh.
You haven't seen the
no.
animals, you've heard them.
Yeah. No. I'm just staying where I am.
Okay. Okay, so the rest of the evening is uneventful. Nifel on the final watch, I guess. Please roll me a d20.
You son of a bitch. It
Okay.
looked like it was gonna land on that 20. It really did.
It did. It did. Those physics.
Wait. How many omens do I have?
You have
If
2.
I can waste all my omens. No, I can't even. Wait, if we get in battle. But if we don't, then I'm only stuck with 1, huh?
Correct.
Let's kill shit. I'll leave it.
Okay. So you hear the animals start to become even more restless, even louder. And then you hear a dog barking, what appears to be a dog. But it seems to be coming from the other side of the river, though. And then you hear... And then silence. And then you hear a sploosh. And then you just hear the river for a little while.
Glad someone took care of that damn dog.
Okay, so that ends your watch. You guys wake up. It gets as bright as it ever does in the dying world, which is not very bright at all. You wake into gray skies. More or less well rested. By the time you guys all wake up, the family is already tending to their homestead. Feeding animals. Cleaning up. And then the old woman, she comes over to you. I trust you slept well.
Well enough,
Good.
I suppose.
Any food for the road? Any supplies?
Yes, I will take some fish.
Oh, of course.
I will too.
Okay. So, as I said, it is... I should have dropped this note. Let me
2
drop
silver?
this note. Yeah, it was 2 silver. I'm going to drop this note right here so I don't have to keep clicking on it. So yeah, dried fish which is going to be 1 day's ration. It's actually 1 silver. So fresh fish is 2 silver, but they will go bad after 1 day. So you could, take 1 fresh fish if you wanted to. However, it doesn't really matter. They're not, one's not going to be worth more ration than the other.
We'll eat fresh fish for breakfast.
Okay. So yeah, just feel free to, that's fresh fish is 2 silver.
The spirits you spoke of.
What'd you say about the spirits?
What sort of spirits you spoke of?
Oh, drink,
Yes.
warm the belly, lighten the mood, those kind. 2 silver. And she goes over to her house. She seems pretty excited that you brought it up. Comes over with a clay jug. She shakes it. Good stuff.
I think.
Promise.
Yes. Well, better than not good. I will.
So anybody else? Does anybody else need any rations? I will remind you, it is going to be a few days travel up the road to get to this burning hand.
I'll take 3 dried fish, please.
Of course, of course. She goes over and unwraps some dried fish in a basket, presents it to all of you. Don't be shy. We have plenty. The river provides.
I will kind of go over to the river and rinse out one of my potion bottles that's empty and hold it out to her for the alcohol.
Okay, you want to put it in that? Okay. Well, a jug is 2 silver.
Oh, excellent.
So yeah, it's like this. It's this little clay jug.
So did you say, you said dried is 1 and fresh is 2?
Correct.
So I'll take a fresh, 4 dried, and some liquor.
Okay. So 4 drieds, 4 silver, liquor is 2, so that's 6, and then so 8 silver total.
I got a fat bag, so I'm
Fat
good.
bag.
I'll lift up my eye patch to count it out. Put the eye patch back down. Hand her the 8 silver.
Okay, so you guys do your exchanges. Are you ready to set off again?
About that time.
Okay, so I guess we're moving around the table, the virtual table. So I guess Ducky would be up next on the token movement. So if you want to keep to the road, that is directly east.
Should we keep to the road or travel north?
What did Frodo say? Get off the road. No. Don't listen to Frodo. Don't listen to Frodo. Hey, Sparkling Haas, thank you for the follow.
No, that's
Welcome.
a fucking bot.
Oh, it's a bot? Damn it.
All those Hasso 312 fucking hate bots that mass follows everybody.
Never mind, Haas. Okay, so like I said, you guys have said your goodbyes, and Son of Solon, that's a real follow, right? It's not a bot.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the follow, man. We are playing Mörk, clearly. Masticator Gate. Okay, so you moved to the east. So what I need you to do now, Ducky, is roll me a d6, please. And let's see how travel went.
I'm sorry in advance.
Sorry in advance.
You've been rolling, killing it.
5. Okay.
Never mind.
As you head up the road, again, you guys have this familiar, you hear this familiar squelching sound, and you feel the heat of a fire, and you see smoke as this headless entity crawls out from the brush. And let me move
Got
you
his back.
guys.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I guess he wasn't done. Does it seem like they're coming from the direction of the hand?
Yes.
Good times.
Yes, it does.
Do we feel like this is the same one? Is there chunky frog stew on its esophagus?
No, this one seems like a new one.
Oh, damn it.
Seems
There's
like a
multiple
different one.
ones.
Yeah, it's upright. You don't see any chunky frog stew dripping down its skeletal chest. So let me switch the music here. So let us get back into initiative order here. All right. So.
Should we take a bio break?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, it is
8:30.
8:30.
All right.
Yeah. Boom.
As
Good call.
our characters, are discovering this another headless creature wandering off the road, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 10 or 15. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back for more Mörk Borg.
You can stop the apocalypse. can stop the apocalypse.
Welcome back. Well, everybody. We are back playing Mörk Borg, back from our break. We just started kicking off combat. Another headless demonic creature thing lumbered out of the wilderness onto the road. Hey, Mama Guac, thank you for the raid. We were just coming back from break. So a quick recap of where the characters have been. They last session fought this cow abomination thing and learned of some demonic prophecy where these demons are bringing about the end of the world. There's some kind of, should we say, Masticator gate ready to consume the world. But anyway, they are traveling north to this ruined hand to go investigate. They had a quick detour to this small homestead on the riverside and picked up some supplies, and we are back on the road currently. So we are about to get into combat, like I said. Somebody roll me that sweet D6 on the upper left and see if the creature or you guys will go first.
And thank you, Ginger, for the 9-month resub.
Yeah, thank you. Enemies begin. Okay. Yeah, it's working. All right, so who is going to be leading? Is it still Abe? That is the question.
I guess.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, last time.
We don't have to move anybody. It's perfect. It's exactly where it feels like we've been here before. All right, so again, Abe, this creature sloppily slings its claws at you, and these bolts of fire. Actually, I'm gonna roll a D2 and see what I get, because could be two people. Just you, Ducky. So as this fire comes from its hands, streaming at you, I need you to give me a. Remember, it's only a DR9 though. This thing is wobbling on its feet, unable to stand up completely straight, and clearly it has no head. So aim is not the best, but I guess it's good enough.
Oh, shit.
So this fire just erupts through you, and you stumble back from the force. You guys all smell burnt skin as Ducky takes 6 damage.
I now have a tan everywhere, but where the mask is.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Whew. Yeah, 6 points. That's a big thing in Mörk Borg, everybody. All right, so yeah. Ducky, you are up next, however, to retaliate or flee. What would you like to do?
Abe is pissed. The only thing is, Abe wants to use his power. The problem with that is it could kill everybody.
Is it death?
It's death.
Okay. Yeah, we could have a TPK.
30-foot radius?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah, within 30 feet. So I mean,
just run 30 feet that way.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could run 30 feet and keep the monster, within that distance if you want to. That is a possibility.
So when it says all creatures dies, that include the person who casts it?
I don't know. Maybe we should do like a presence check.
It would come out from a person, right? It's not like you would.
I don't know. It says all creatures within 30 feet lose a total of 4d10 hit points. Let's just say, yeah. Let's just say, for the sake of it, let's say that the caster is unaffected. So, but anybody else in the vicinity. So, if you would like to move out of range of your party and cast this thing, go for it.
I'm gonna attempt to kind of grapple it and kind of just like run it back.
Okay,
so you want like some distance away from it.
You want to push it away?
Yeah, get it away from everybody else.
So that would be your turn, though.
That's true.
So you can either, if you want to cast a spell, you're gonna have to basically run away, like Ryan was saying, like somewhere up here.
Okay.
Ish. You know, we don't. This isn't grid-based combat, so just far enough, and then cast a spell if you want. Or you can push him, whatever you want to do. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to cast and push this character.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick jog.
Okay.
and attempt to cast death.
All right, so give me a presence check of DR12, and we will see if you succeed. I'm gonna bane it.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Can I use an omen to lower the DR?
Yeah, I'm gonna also bane it though. So, let's see what this is. So it's gonna take it down 2, so you will be at 6. So lowering the DR would not be enough.
Darn.
So re-roll that shiz.
Yeah, I would do so I'm taking my bane off.
Yeah, I'll do the. Am I allowed to do the reroll?
Yeah, you can do a reroll. Yeah, that's an omen. So let me take off your omen too. So you will be at 0 omens.
Oh my god.
Oh no! So yeah, you read from this, or no, you don't have a scroll. It's just like an innate power, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you try to read these words that appear in your mind. However, you can't quite catch them, and a crazy eruption of pain hits you, and you take 2. Who's rolling omens? Was
That was me. I forgot to roll mine for the day.
Oh, okay, so you got 2. Okay, so I'll adjust that. So I need you to take. Hang on, let me update this. All right. Roll D2. So you take 2 points of damage, and you cannot use powers for an hour left. So you're out there. Your head is reeling. And up next is Nagel. Nagel, what do you want to do as Abe dashes out into the distance? Tries to do something, waving his arms, but then grasps his head in pain.
Ugh.
As
That
this
does not look good. I'm going to step over here
okay.
and attack with my crossbow.
Okay, so give me, it's only a DR9 to attack this thing.
Wait, what?
Well, because you didn't change it to 12. You didn't change it to 9.
Oh,
It's still at 12, so it says you failed.
okay.
So why don't you
well,
just roll your damage for me?
Okay.
Which I believe is a D8.
Yeah.
So this bolt flies from your crossbow towards this headless thing. And I will roll a D2 to see how much damage soak. 1. So again, your bolt pierces this thing in the rib cage, and it takes 2 points of damage. Again, though, blood spurts out. Harga is nearby, so Harga,
no.
I need you to roll me a DR12 agility test as this blood flies out from the wound, headed straight for your eyes.
I'm so good at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you gonna
I'm gonna-
bless? Bane?
I'm
Omen?
gonna omen to decrease the DR.
Okay. So you use an omen, you succeed. You are down to 0 omens. All right, yeah, you bob and weave as this blood spews forth. Up next is you, Harga. So as you're ducking beneath this gout of blood, what would you like to do?
I'm going to duck past and run over to Abe.
Okay.
Open your mouth.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna pour one of my
Or
elixir
open
vitalis.
his eggshell.
Yeah.
Pop his eggshell.
Remove your
out.
mask. Quickly.
And I'm going to pour an elixir vitalis down his gullet.
Okay. So what does that do? Is that how much?
Heals D6 and stops infection.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Also
So
gives a good buzz.
go ahead and roll a d6, Janelle, and let's see how powerful your potion was you brewed. Oh, a 4. Not bad. So, Ducky, you guzzle this thing down, and you feel rejuvenated as you gain 4 hit points back. And then we are moving on to Nifel. What would you like to do as this lumbering headless thing kind of writhes about with fire flinging off its hands?
I'll do what I do. I will reach into my mini robes and I will whip out
Your
my
silken
scroll.
robes, right?
My silken robes, my mini robes, my
robes.
fine clothes. And I will pull out 9 violent.
Oh, your
signs unwrap the storm.
favorite. Your favorite.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna do something different, but then something new and different. But then Harga got it. So or should I do? Nah, fuck it. I'll take the glory. Let's see. So I will cast a spell. I will summon down the lightning.
Are you gonna bless it, or are you just gonna be a straight roll?
Yes. I'm gonna bless it first. With the fucking 1.
The 1. All right. So I need a DR12 roll from you to see if you succeed on this spell.
And I will reduce the difficulty by 4 with an omen. And that'll take me right
Oh, just barely? Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay,
Someone
so...
forgot to bane me. Hell yeah.
I know. I should have baned you. No, I got 8. I need to start baning more. All right.
So I rolled 1d2 to see how many beams. Give me 2, you son of a bitch.
1. And remember, so 1, and how much? What's the damage on this blast of lightning?
Blasting with I believe it's fuck off. Pop out. Sometimes you click it and click this thing away and it won't come back up. believe it's just a D8 or D6.
D6. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. All right, so roll me a D6 damage as this blasts out. Spawn. Okay. Oh, you rolled a 1. Shit. And he's got a D2 damage soak, so...
That does nothing.
It does nothing. It kind of like catches him on the side and strikes the ground from the black clouds, but he just kind of seems to be unaffected. Would you like to move or anything else?
Static electricity. Yeah, I'll move behind Nick.
Oh, I should have done this. There's a blood splatter? Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what I should have done when he splattered the blood. Okay, so up next is Goatvin. He sees you fling.
Ah, brother, I got him for you.
And he rushes forward with his dagger to attack this thing. And he hits. But again, D2 damage soak, so 3. Okay, so he takes 2 points of damage. So he lodges this dagger between the ribs through the tattered robes, but out comes the blood spatter from the wound. And he's got to roll a dodge. Look at these rolls for this guy. He's been rolling great. So he gets out of the way right as this blood... I know, lucky guy. Right as this happens. Splat. Okay. So top of the round again. This headless demon is lashing out at Goatvin right after he dislodges his dagger. So he needs to roll a... Actually, I'm going to do a D2. Not that. 1 bolt, or one spear of fire is heading at Goatvin. Let's see if he is able to dodge it. It's only a DR9. Oh, he does not. So this fire singes him for D8. 3, but he's got some trusty robes on. Alright, he takes 2 points of damage. Ah! He curses and his robe singed. He kind of staggers back into this brush back here. So Abe, you are. Oh, he can't move. Sorry, it's not his turn. Abe, you're up next. What would you like to do?
I guess since now I have health, I'm gonna rush him with my short sword.
Okay. So give me an attack. It's a DR9, and his armor is a D2. Nice. Take 0. Oh man, but you fumble, you attack, and you make contact. However, you don't make quite enough. I do need a DR12 agility test from you though, as this blood comes forth. Oh, and you get out of the way just in time. Did you want to move away again, or are you gonna stand?
Yeah, I'm
your
running away.
ground? Okay, you're gonna run away. All right, Nagel, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
I think I'm gonna continue my crossbow tactic.
Okay, so give me an attack roll, and it's only a DR9. Remember.
Okay. Whew.
You connect.
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay, I gotta roll. Oh, you did the D2, so 6 damage. Okay, so your bolt lodges in its sternum, and it collapses to the ground, and just bursts into flames and blood.
Ha 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 ha.
And that is it. Man, I should have had my fireball ready.
And then the blood splur.
There.
There you go. Oh.
And then right after that, blood happens. There we go, guys.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing is just charred goo. Alright.
So it burned my 2 arrows.
Yeah. Yep. Fuck yeah, it did. So
God damn
your
it.
2 bolts are, you're missing 2 bolts now.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I keep splatting blood everywhere because I keep clicking. All right. Anything you guys want to do, or you guys want to head back on the
Hey,
road?
dear. You still look a little worse for wear. Yeah. Take it
Remember,
out.
you guys can rest, right? You can. It'll be toward the end of the night if we move on, meaning you will camp, or you can take a short rest if you need to do anything.
Okay, hands him another one of the elixirs.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Drink this one as well. Make some room. Let's see.
Another 5 heal.
Nice.
Thank you.
There we are. How does our friend look?
He's about half dead. Yeah, he's you see him, he's crouching down, and he's like touching his burns, and he cuts away some of his charred cloak and tosses it and just starts cursing to himself.
I will waddle over and there, one for you. Drink it up. Drink
No.
it up. It will make you feel better.
May Nost be with you.
Yes.
All right, he drinks up.
He drinks, he gets.
Oh yeah, that heals him for sure. So he's back up full. Okay, so night begins to descend. Not even flies start to buzz around this corpse. It remains just completely untouched. What would you guys like to do?
Find a place to sleep.
So you guys want to camp?
Not next to the body.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can move on. I'll just move him and say we're moving on.
Practical move.
He's dead. So yeah, if you guys want to bed down for camp. I'm not gonna have. There's not gonna be any kind of other encounters. This was the encounter for the day. So unless you guys want to do anything else, I will say the night passes uneventful. So you guys can roll all your stuff. It looks like Ducky and Janelle, you guys get to roll your omens. Anybody who casts powers, make sure to cast how many powers you get to use per day.
Can I just omen anything that I do? The shit that I take at the end of the night to make the difficulty D4 lower.
I mean, if
Do
if
it.
you're doing something, what are you doing?
It's the fish. It does not sit well.
You want to take tainted fish so you can waste an omen?
No,
So you
no,
can
no, no.
reroll
I'm
and
saying-
get 2.
Yeah, no, I'm stuck with an omen. All right.
Yeah,
And I roll
Stuck with an
powers
omen.
per day, right? Every day.
correct. Yeah. So that
We get
resets every day.
Yeah.
Just cast a power and omen it.
We get HP back when we rest too, right?
Oh, you know what?
Yes, you do.
yeah. I'm gonna before I go to bed, I'm going to cast Grace of a Dead Saint.
What does that do?
D2 creatures regain D10 hit points.
Oh, well, shit. But I guess nobody needs it. Okay. So roll me a DR12 presence check to see if it works.
The only time I've ever wanted to fail a check.
No,
Oh no.
no. You rolled a D. You need to roll a power check. You rolled a D12.
Oh,
Roll the
I need you to
12.
roll a. There you go.
my only good rolls of the day. Can't
So
even open
you
it to reduce
you
the
you
difficulty.
succeed. Nobody needs healing points, I don't think, right? Everybody's full now?
Everyone has like a great night's sleep.
Yeah. 2 people. Let's
Everyone
see.
feels
Let's see if it's gonna
great.
keep giving me rolls on things that don't matter. D2. Is this when I get my 2? Oh yes. All right. Rolled
So you
back.
got your
Good.
1 back? All right, let
No.
me
Oh, no,
know.
no, I'm just
Let me know what
I'm just
everybody
rolling to see if the only time I get good rolls is when they don't matter. All right. Okay.
1 omen.
1 omen for Harga, okay. What about Ducky? What do you got?
I rolled a 2.
2? Okay. And Nagel can't roll, and then Nefel, what did you roll
For what?
for your omens for the day?
Oh, you have me listed as 1 out of 3, but on my sheet I have 1d2.
Really? Are you sure that's not your class?
I don't know.
I'd confirm.
Unless I think maybe I think I lost a point in presence or something like that when we got better, and it reduced me by 1 or something. I don't remember. I'll take 3 for sure.
Well, I mean, if it's 2, it's 2. I mean, I would look and I would see what it is, just to double check and
actually
make
look at
sure. Yeah, just see what your presence is. See what your class. I don't have the class in front of me, so.
I got it. Details. It says omens
For
1d2.
Dead God's
Let me just
Prophet.
Look this up. Yeah. Mörk Borg.
All right, so do I have? While he's looking that up, does everybody have what they need? So we got two omens for Ducky, 1 for Janelle, and then I got to roll a misery. Let's see if the misery happens. Nope. Got a 10. All right, so I'm going to put you guys back to the overland map. Yeah, you guys are kind of. What's up?
No, it says D3 omens.
Okay. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
So
how
there's a
many
mistake
did
on
you
that.
how many did you roll for the today?
Oh, I have to roll it. So there's a mistake on this thing. I should let my glint lock now. So I need to slash. The only benefit of online gaming really is that you can roll random things. Like I can roll 1d69 and it's totally fine. You fucking piece of shit.
So 1. So after all that, you're back to 1. Okay.
Draw that, you're back
All
to
right, so
me.
the overlay should be updated. So yeah, you guys are now moving into the forest. The trees start to become more populated as you move back into the Sarkash from where you originally came. But you do smell smoke on the wind. You see ash start to flake down as you continue forward. And Janelle, it is your turn to control the group token. Where would you like to go? Keep following the road?
Follow the road. Don't.
Follow the road. Oh, you guys are almost there. Okay, now I need you to roll me a d6 as you are traveling down this road. As the ash fills the sky.
I am
And things to become, you got a 1. Things seem to be getting more ominous, yet the day is uneventful. You are undisturbed. So I need everybody to, unless you guys want to do anything else, we'll just call it a night and roll for your powers. No one needs omens. And I'll roll for a misery.
I could use an omen during the day. No.
Nope. 10 again. The world is not dying anymore.
Oh yeah, more
Okay,
powers, baby.
now we're back to the top of the initiative order with Nagel. Would you like to continue? You see fire streaming into the sky above the treetops as you get closer and closer to this burning hand you saw in your dreams. Do you want to keep to the road?
I don't really like the look of this. My feet are getting cold.
More like hot. Blistering
Yes.
hot. Blistering. I need to roll for the weather. I forgot they have this cool little weather book. Let's see what the weather is today as you guys... It is cloudburst. So I guess the sky is filled with
acidic
gray
rain.
clouds. What?
Isn't a cloudburst a type of like sudden downpour?
Oh, is that what that is? So it's raining then.
And it's
So where are you
water
gonna
mixed with
move,
ash.
Nagel? Oh yeah, extra ash, yeah.
Steamy.
Doesn't love a little extra ash, you know?
Yeah. Thick ash.
Oh no.
Ash in her mouth again, you know?
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
thick ash in the mouth.
Yeah.
Ash everywhere. Okay, Nagel is feeling nervous and anxious, but she will stay the course.
Okay, so you're moving presumably up here. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't like this.
Definitely as close as you guys are getting. The sky is filled with ash. It smells like burning. You're starting to see trees burning now, just scorched. And I need you to roll me a d6, please. Good old d6. Oh, number 2. What happens on a number 2?
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Speaking of ash.
Speaking of ash. So as you guys continue up the muddy road with ash in the sky, you see an eruption of fire in the distance as more trees catch. But that is all. That is all, everybody. So the final day until we reach this hand. Everybody, just go ahead and roll whatever you need to roll. And the next day, you guys arrive somewhere else.
Have I really not used an omen in 2 days? I'm sure I would have, right?
You want to keep re-rolling that, don't you?
I just anything.
Go ahead. I'll let you do it. It's fine. You guys are about ready to get to the place you need to be.
YouTube is gonna complain.
I know.
Roll
You
for nervous poops.
for nervous
Yeah.
poops?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. So what do you got? 2?
I got 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the party apparently. Maybe it's because I'm rolling on like the popped out sheet. It keeps saying that I'm party, not Nefel.
Oh no, it's because yeah, you might be using the actual party token to be rolling on.
Oh, that's probably why. Because I'm
Yeah,
selected.
because I don't have any of it. You guys basically all have ownership of this token, as you will in this next area here. So let me switch maps for everybody. All right. I'm gonna switch you here. And hopefully you guys can see. Oh, I think I need to give ownership to... Is it invisible? I wonder why I can't see it on my screen. Let me check the token really quick, sorry. If I'm sharing the screen... Oh no, it says owner. Weird. Do you guys see blackness or do you see the token?
I don't see a token. I see like a little window of
There's
like
some burning embers.
yeah, some ash.
Some ash? Alright, well let me try to fix this.
I hover over and I see where a token should be. It says uninjured, but there's no
Yeah.
like
I wonder
image.
what the visibility problem is here. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, I see party.
You
if you
see
double
it?
click on it, look at our picture. We look like fucking Kiss. That's what that party picture looks like.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
don't
good.
see party.
Yeah, I double click on the...
If
where
you
it says
double click the
uninjured.
uninjured thing.
Yeah, let me check, make sure you have vision. Yeah, you have vision. Party never displayed. Friendly vision. Yeah.
Is the fog just too much over top of the token?
I might need to change the scene stuff. Yeah, let me check the scene settings here.
You can always see the tokens in roll 20. No, I'm kidding.
Ha ha ha.
Roll 20 seconds.
What's going on? Well, this sucks. Let's see here.
Oh, East Coast, how's spooky season?
Yeah, how's it going, East Coast? While I try to fix my vision problem in Foundry.
Are you all Halloween now? All the time?
Darkness 0.
We never get to experience that here. I think it was like
Experience what?
90 degrees today. It sucked.
Yeah, it was not a good sleeping day.
No.
Oh, you know what I bet it is? I think I know what it is. I installed this other... Yeah, there we go. So, I was messing around with it. I was trying to figure out how to do this map, because this is kind of an overland map. And they have sort of an old school fog of war, like a painterly thing you can do. And so I thought I would do that, but then I just changed it, and I still had it on, so... It is revealed. So anyway, yay, we're back. Okay. Sorry for the delay, everybody. You guys should see the screen. All right.
Kind of like a sleeve and like a mitten hand.
Yeah, kinda.
Like a little,
So,
little arms.
yeah, you guys follow the smell of smoke. It's been just prevalent in the air for hours and hours and hours. And I said the ash fall just gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and you see licks of orange fire in the distance, and charred trees appear as you progress further in toward where you think this hand is going to be. So, this is going to be much like overland travel in that you guys all have control of it. It's not going to be hex based, it's grid based. So whoever wants to take control, feel free, and just tell me what you guys are doing as you travel down this scorched path. So to the side of you are all these just blackened trees, and the air is very heavy with ash and smoke, and visibility is not very good. However, you do see that there is seems to be a path ahead, a blackened path through these burnt trees. What would you like to do? And I guess let's since Nagel did the last round, let's let Nifel go. So this path is heading southeast, where you guys enter this forest, this charred forest.
I mean, I guess we just follow the path.
Okay. So are you just walking carefree, or like what's going on?
Yeah, I'm whistling and skipping.
Okay. Perfect.
As I often do.
Yep.
Um,
through murder dungeons.
Yeah. No, I will stay behind Abe.
Okay, so yeah, tell me marching order. Let's figure that out. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Who's
I
in the
guess I'm
lead?
first.
Who's
Yeah. We'll put Goatspin in the front.
go?
He can be our red
Nost.
shirt.
Nost will guide me. Nost will guide me, brother.
Yes.
Yes, brother.
Soldier
All right.
way.
So he goes in the front. Who's behind Nost? I mean, not Nost. Who's behind Goatvin?
Abe.
I don't follow no.
Guys, I love how marching order in this game takes so long. I don't want to be next. I don't want to do it.
I'll be
This
next.
ain't 5e. We're
No,
gonna
I
die.
know.
Um, And then I'll be behind that.
Okay.
I'll be
No.
next unless you want to be next. I
I'll
don't.
hook my arm into Nicole's arm, and we'll go next to each other.
All right. So you guys move forward down this scorched path, and feel free to move it. You do see, like I said, fire burning here and there. The forest is not completely decimated. There still is fire. As you guys are moving down, you see that there's a fork in the road. There's one way going directly south, one going to the northeast, and one going to the southeast. But you can't see very far. Like I said, smog, smoke, and ash are obscuring your vision. So as you're kind of keeping the distance of this area here, this intersection, which way are you going to head?
Is that on me or is it the next person?
I mean, you guys can just choose as a group. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Catch a demon by the toe. If he hollers, kill it anyway. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'm going to have Goatven roll a presence check. Okay. So he's in the lead. He kind of turns back to you guys.
Where to? Where does Nost lead us, brother?
You drew a little arrow, so you guys are going south? Okay. All right, so as you guys move south, past this somewhat of a clearing, you hear a rustling in the trees, in the branches. You hear branches snap, and you hear the ferocious sounds of growling animals as these flaming creatures burst forth from the tree line. And we are going to move you guys to a different area here really quick. I got so many maps. Where's my map I need? This guy? Yeah, this guy. All right. So I will move all of your tokens in here. Give me 1 sec. And good old Goatvin. Where's Goatvin? Oh, he was in the lead. So yeah, you guys are on this path as these creatures burst from the trees. Where are they?
Dang, that's a cool map.
Yeah, it's one of those animated ones you gave me. And then I added some fire and I added some fog. I added some embers.
I gave you this map?
Yeah, you gave me this one, and then I added some foundry magic to it.
Gotcha. Oh, I see what it. Okay.
So it's almost like these three groups of these animals. One appears to be a raccoon, a fox, and a wildcat, and they're just they're all writhing in fire. The other one's a deer and elk, and it looks like a bighorn sheep. And the third one looks like a moose and a buffalo, and they just burst through this tree line, heading straight for you guys. So I'm going to add you guys all to combat here.
Can we just get out of the way?
You can attempt to.
Does it look like they're running towards us, or?
Oh yeah,
away
they're
from fire?
running for you guys. Exactly. So somebody roll me the d6, and we shall see who gets to go first.
Fucking fuck.
All right, the enemies begin. Evil Andy, thank you for the sub. All right, let me get my combat tracker out here. Okay. Oh, did I not make these things? Weird, it didn't calculate. You said enemies 1, right? Yeah, enemies begin. But they're like just scattered. Says they're hostile. Let me just manually change it really quick. Let's do... Okay, so these guys are going to go first. All right, so this one here, the tangle of moose and buffalo, fire streaming off their appear to be dead carcasses, lashes out at Goatvin with hoof and horn, and he's got to roll a... Man, he's pretty damn good. So he dodges out of the way. Then this other one bursts forth. Who was next behind Goatvin? You guys, why don't you guys assemble yourselves in the order you were in? So I know he was sort of in the lead. I just kind of threw you guys in here. Nagel, where are you? Way in the back. Okay then, so Abe, this
By Harga.
this deer, elk, and beerhorn, this trio of flaming creatures come towards you, and lash out. I need you to do me a defense check, please. And the attack is D8.
Still a 9 DR?
No, this is going to be 12 standard.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, you get out of the way just as this hoof comes slamming down, and this elk slams its or attempts to slam its horns into you. Okay, and then next is this guy over here. It rushes forward, can't quite make it. I'll say it makes it to about here. And then up next is Goatvin. He seems to be fearful. He takes a quick stab at the one in front of him. Completely misses, and then he backs up.
Too much, brother.
He yells over his shoulder at you, Nifel. And then Abe, you are up next as these flaming creatures begin to surround you.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use my sword.
Okay. Are you going to attack the one in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a 12 DR for the attack?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So same, yeah, standard DR12. Armor is D2. Okay, you want to use an omen or anything, or are you going to take that miss?
I'll take the miss, and I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. So up next, Nifel. After
Alright.
Abe strikes out and backs up, what would you like to do?
I'm going to reach into a different pocket and I'm going to pull out Behold the Power.
Okay. Tell us what Behold the Power does.
Behold the Power has 1d4 creatures deal max damage, and we decided it's for like combat.
Yep, it'll be for the entirety of this combat, exactly. So, if you're gonna cast that, give me a presence check. DR12.
So do I have any blesses?
You have 2 blesses.
Got 2 blesses. I'm gonna bless it to start. Come on, big numbers.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, you got a 4.
All right, let's go presence. Give me a big roll here.
Woo! Okay.
21, baby.
Nice. So let me take that bless off, and then why don't you go ahead and roll that that D4 to see how many.
All right, come on. You fucking asshole. God damn it.
I didn't even see it yet. What is it, 1?
Can I omen to re-roll that?
Yeah.
Is that on my omen list?
You can re-roll. No. I think it's just re-roll a. Is it any?
Re-roll a die.
Okay, re-roll that die then if you want to use that omen.
Deal max damage. Can I call it a deal max damage situation and just say 4?
No, because I'm not gonna say it's damage. That's definitely not damage. That's selecting. Okay, well shit. Okay, you got 4.
All right, omen down, power down.
All right, and who would you like to imbue this max damage with? A pawn.
All of us except for Goatvin.
Oh dang, Andy got an
Ghost is-
omen. Who'd you give an omen to, Andy? Ryan. Okay,
Yes, thank you.
nice. He's
Thank
back
you.
back to 3.
Thank you, Andy. So everybody but Goatvin, because Nost is with us.
Okay, so
You
then
know.
I'm going to I'll give a little, I guess, fire symbol like I did last time to indicate that. Oops. Oh man, I'm lighting
That's
people
actual
up.
light.
Okay, so that's that, and then you. All right, so that is the end of your turn. Would you like to move, or are you gonna hold your
Yeah.
ground?
Yeah. No, I wanna come behind the ladies here.
So you wanna
No,
move
I'll move
back?
behind
You can move
Goatvin.
left and right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this path is clear. It gets hotter and hotter and hotter the closer you get to the trees, though. So you can't go. If you go into the trees, something might happen. But okay, so that's
Yeah,
where you're gonna end
no,
your turn.
I'm just gonna move behind Govin. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And then Harga, you're up as you hear Nifel sneak behind you into the distance. What would you like to do?
Okay, well. Aha! Ugh. You are a hot piece of. And I'm gonna drag out my short sword
Okay.
and kind of like dance up to it. And try to.
So yeah, this is the
Smack it.
raccoon, fox, and wildcat, this swarm of flaming creatures. I know it's random.
Right. And
So you're gonna do an
let's
attack. So it's DR12, and it is a D2 armor.
armor.
Yeah.
Miss.
Okay, so you gonna use an omen or anything, or are you gonna take that miss?
I will take the miss.
Okay, so you swing and you just catch flame as your blade sings over the top of these, and you are
dear.
bailing. All right, Nagel, what would you like to do as everyone seems to be hiding behind you as these these blazing forest creatures come forth?
Okay. I think I'm gonna do what has seemed to work for me in the past and use my crossbow.
Okay.
What is the armor?
I'm gonna say there's like at least a 50-50 chance that you'll lose your bolt if you impact though, because these are flaming
Yeah.
beasts. So
I don't know.
so if you hit, we'll just roll like a percentile die or whatever, and then see what happens.
Okay.
Or flip a
what's-
coin, I guess. We can flip a coin, and you can call it.
Okay. What's the attack DC in the armor?
So the armor is D2, and then the difficulty rating is 12.
Okay.
So just standard. Okay, so which one were you attacking?
Dang. I guess the one right in
This
front of
one?
me. Yeah.
Okay. So you let this bolt fly, and it takes 7 damage. And this thing just collapses in a pile of ash. All these animal bones piling up. Dang, nice shot. That one's dead. All right, up next. Sorry,
so
go
I
ahead.
don't lose my bolt on that one.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's roll a 50-50.
Okay.
Roll me a D2, because I'm thinking like, you struck this thing and it was flaming.
Yeah.
Even though the fire went out, it was still on fire when you hit it.
Oh.
You
I
can
don't-
chat. It's /R,
Oh.
and then D2.
2. And which is which?
What do you want? Do you want 1 or 2? You can call it.
I don't want to call it 2, I guess.
Okay, so 2, you keep the bolt. It is in the pile of animal bones. And a 1, you
Not doing this right.
so
Didn't you say
it's
/R?
/R space D2.
Okay.
Or you can just roll a 1d4 and then a 2, 3 and a 4 is a 2.
I
Okay.
knew I should have chose 1.
At last, your bolt is gone, and we are back to the top. This guy's dead, so he's out. This one rushes forward to you, Abe.
I'm using my movement to move behind everyone.
Okay, I need to keep moving this over. You guys are clustering over to the side here. Yeah, as you guys move to the side of the road, your backs are hot as the fire blazes in the trees. Okay, so I need you to roll me, Ducky, a defense check, please. And the damage is D8. As this deer, elk, and bighorn sheep all rush forward. Okay. So they
Isn't as
hit
bad as
you,
I
but
thought.
you only take 1 damage because of your armor. Okay, and what I wanted you to do now, though, you need to make a DR12 toughness test, as the heat from their flame just becomes unbearable. Okay, but you are able to shrug it off.
It
you wanna-
teetered on that 1 for a second.
I know, it was almost there. Okay. So this other one rushes toward you as well, since you are in the lead and holding your ground. And I need you to make me another defense check as it. This is the moose and the buffalo, massive creatures. But again, they try to butt you with their horns, and I guess they contact, but your armor soaks the damage, so you take nothing. And Goatvin is up. He moves over here, trying to flank this one. Latches out with his little stubby dagger. And he hits. Okay, but he's got to make a toughness check as well, as this thing loses 2. And he succeeds as well. He steps out just as the heat, as those flames lick his cloak. And he moves back a little bit more. Abe, you are up next as these clusters of these flaming creatures surround you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack the one that's kind of below me.
Okay. This guy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Or not.
Omen?
Yeah, we're gonna omen that.
You're gonna omen it? Or are you gonna do it just a straight reroll, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just enough.
I'll take it.
You lash out 2
Max
damage
damage,
on this
13.
guy. I also need you to
4, 3.
do me a roll another toughness test. As you get so close to this thing, the heat, the flames lick your arm. Max damage. Oh shit! He had max damage. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your D4?
So it would've been-
So you did
yeah.
D4 and you rolled a 3, so it'll be 1 more damage. Okay. Alright, this thing's not looking so hot. Some of the bones have clattered to the ground and it's limping around. And you failed your toughness. So you are going to take 1 point of heat damage. And Nifel, you are up next as these flaming creatures surround Abe.
I am not going to risk my powers or the loss of them, so I am actually going to dig deeper in my robes, and I will pull
Oh,
out
what's
something I
this?
haven't pulled out in quite a while. It's called a short sword, but I think it's kind of long. And I'll raise it and rush at
This one?
this guy right there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hop in.
Go for
and
it.
I will
So it
say
has-
my bless too.
Okay, so it is a D2.
So what is?
I'm gonna bane it
Oh, piece of shit.
because I got banes.
What's the? Is the attack DR12 still?
DR12, and it has a D2 armor.
1d2.
So I rolled a 2. And you're blessing, right?
No, I'm not blessing.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you cut down with your short sword. Oh yeah, max
I
damage.
cast a spell to do everyone with max damage, and everyone's got almost max damage on their rolls.
I know, right? You did. Yeah, you cast max. Okay, so this thing takes 3 damage. This thing, you cut this
and I run
thing.
away.
Well, as you do that, you bring the sword down and you just cleave it in 2, clattering charred bones everywhere, and the fire is snuffed out. So this thing is, this guy's dead. As you run away. Oh, let me take off my bane really quick. Alright. Okay, up next is Harga. I'm gonna
Yes.
run morale on this guy really quick. Man, the moose buffalo stands firm.
Namuthalo.
The
Oh,
buffalo.
Buffalo.
Moose? Oh, I like that.
She is going to do the same. Use her short sword and attempt to smack it.
Okay, so it's just a D2 armor. Or this one, actually, sorry, this one's a D4 armor, actually.
I'm
Yeah, this is
gonna bless it.
bigger creatures. Okay,
D4.
roll that bless. Ooh, nice.
Well, it
Okay,
hits.
you're on max damage too, though.
So, 2
So
damage.
2 damage. Okay. So yeah, you cut into this thing, and it reels back in pain. But I also need you to make me a DR12 toughness check, as you get so close to this fire.
Nope.
Okay, so you're gonna take. Yeah, the fire singes you, and you take 2 points of damage. Okay. And up next is Nagel. You're probably going to need to get line of sight if you want to use that crossbow, because they're kind of clustered around, or Abe's kind of in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go up by Harga.
Okay. So this one has a D4 armor.
Okay. Maybe I'll bless it this time.
I'll bane it. 3.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
man.
I'm gonna reroll with the omen.
Okay, so I got to remove my bane.
Do I get to bless the new one? Probably not. No, never
No.
mind. Okay, I'll just roll. Well, just remove my blast. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Done. Okay. Yeah, you strike this thing with your bolt, and why don't you roll me a D2, and you can choose 1 or 2, and we'll see if.
Do I switch?
If you lose the bolt.
No, yeah. I want to choose 1, but I probably shouldn't.
All right, you didn't lose it. Okay, so yeah, you
Yay.
see your bolt just go through the rotten rib cages of these things out the other side. However, they shriek in pain with a big heavy burst of flame. And I'm gonna have him roll, or it roll, another morale, because
So that would have been 7 damage. That's max
Oh.
damage.
that's right. So what was it originally? 5? 4. So 7 total. 3 more. Whew, you guys are tearing this thing up. Okay, but it stands firm, and it doesn't like what it felt from Nagel, so it rushes over in fury and rage. And I need you to make me a defense check, Nagel, at this as this massive moose hoof comes down for you. And it's a D8 damage.
Okay, defense. One of these days, I'll learn how to use this program.
It's on your character sheet.
Yeah, I know.
I can roll it for you if you want.
I'm just looking for it.
under
It's at the
violence.
bottom button on the violence
defend.
tab. Yeah, it just says defend at the very bottom of the violence area.
Okay, found it. An incoming attack.
Is a D8.
Okay. Bless. Can I bless?
Oh,
I said bless.
you
so I'll
said
bless
it. You said it. You said
I'll
it.
bless
So
it.
I'll take one down.
20.
Wait, you rolled a crit?
No, I rolled
Oh, okay.
18 plus 2.
Sorry, I'm on my overlay. Okay, so you 18 plus. Okay, so yeah, you hit. Or no, sorry, it was lashing out. So yeah, you get out of the way as these flames just come right before your eyes. Some of the bugs in your. You're the ones that have bugs in your hair, right? Aren't you? Yeah, they kind of like crawl to the back of your head because it's becoming so hot, nestling there. All right, Goatvin is up, and he gets his courage. And he rushes. He sees his inn, and he rushes behind this thing with his dagger.
Not the bug lady.
And lashes out. And he hits with his shitty little dagger. And let's see. Okay, this thing takes 1 point of damage. He also needs to make a toughness check as the flames get too close to his face, but he succeeds and backs away. Just enough. Abe, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Sword time.
All right. Go for it. Oh, shit! Crit.
Crit with max damage.
Okay, so its armor
Max
is
double
reduced.
damage. Yeah.
So
I
it's
can only
down.
imagine it's not alive anymore.
Toast.
So, yeah, how much damage is this for?
So 8
Yeah.
minus 2.
Okay, so you cleave this thing into. Charred bones clatter to the ground. Skulls, horns, all of that. And the fire is completely snuffed out. And I think that's a good place to end it. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see what the party gets up to next week, next Thursday, as they delve deeper into this scorched forest, searching for this crumbling tower of a hand. So before we go, I'd like to thank Noel for composing the soundtrack, for Heimat der Katastrophe for allowing us to use the music on all of our streams. So thank you so much for that. Go check them out. They do some awesome dungeon synth. And then McGlintlock, thanks again, man, for keeping my job easy by updating this Mörk Borg system for Foundry. So I think that's all we got. Should we go through the announcements again? Do we want to do that?
Yeah, so we can talk about the Movember at the end of next month, starting November 1st. We'll be doing a Movember situation. We will be having upcoming our Halloween game, which will most likely be Tin Candles, probably run by Jason. Cheese Part 2 on the docket, right? And Saturday, make sure to check out second episode of The Weekly Scroll, where I will be talking about Troika and Jess, our resident blood sorceress, and Cheese Meister, will be joining me to talk about her first experience ever GMing, and just tabletops and stuff in general. Also, don't forget to check out Ducky. He also streams as well. Let me do a shout out for the Duckster. I just said Ducky.
Duckster.
And definitely check out all of our socials, YouTube. Check out our website. It's curated by the wonderful Sisla22, Janelle, Harga. Drop a sub on YouTube. Catch us next week. We'll be back for Dark Kingdoms on Wednesday, Mörk Borg on Thursday, Weekly Scroll next Saturday, and some other games upcoming. Yeah.
That's it. All right, everybody, hang around for the raid. Do we got a raid?
Yeah. We'll raid into someone we've raided before.
Okay.
To Psych Siren.
Side Siren. All right, everybody, stick around. Thanks again for hanging out with us, and I guess you'll see Ryan and Jess on Saturday. So thanks again. Good night.